I pay a tithe of my income. That is 1/10 of my income annually. And tithing is used to administer the church. It's used to benefit the membership of the church. It pays for the buildings. It pays for the services that we have. Tithing is a principle of obedience. It's a principle that was applied in the Old Testament times, bringing into the storehouse the tithes, as said in Malachi. And we are promised that blessings will be poured out upon our heads if we are obedient to that. And I have truly felt special blessings in my family as a result of paying tithing.
If I give 10% of everything I have, I am giving 10% of everything back that Heavenly Father has given to me.
Now that money is used for things like building our chapels and our temples, supporting humanitarian aid throughout the world, our educational programs, our missionary programs, our family history or genealogy programs. And so that money is not used to pay our ministers, our bishops or teachers, but it's used for the benefit of mankind, both people in and out of the church.
Another area that it works is the church believes very strongly in education. We have several universities around the world, and we also have special education funds.
The church has a program called the Perpetual Education Fund, which is an absolutely brilliant idea, and it's really quite simple. The church asks for a number of individuals, those who could do it, to make a contribution to a fund. That money was then distributed to people, young people who needed to get an education, with a moral obligation to put back into the fund when they've got their education. So people in emerging economies had enough funds to go to university and college, they got professional qualifications, got jobs, and then they can put money back into the fund as their professional career develops.
Also within the church, we have incredible humanitarian aid efforts. I'm sure you will recognize that when there's a disaster around the world, that almost in every instance we're the first on the ground. It's important to us, and we dedicate a lot of our resources to humanitarian aid.
Since the church has started counting and quantifying the help that's given, it's spent more than $1.5 billion on providing aid. In many situations where you read of any earthquakes or tsunamis or famines, the church is one of the first organisations on the ground with immediate help. So food, blankets, accommodation, tents, etc. But then also will follow through and to help to provide lasting aid, whether that's providing agricultural assistance and expertise, whether it's helping to dig wells and provide ongoing water, etc. The church provides help in the immediate term and also in the medium to long term. And all those funds come from the donations of members of the church and helped also with the tithing monies that are paid into the church.
The church provides programs of genealogical research, family history research, which is free for anybody to gain access to, either from the church websites, through familysearch.org, by going to family history centres that are run by the church, and the resources which the church have are quite extensive and vast and free to anybody who wants to have a look at them, and that's remarkable, the time and effort that others have put so that we can now just have these things for nothing. It's just remarkable to me.
Another area that the church uses its funds is to help supplement missionary work. Each individual missionary is asked to pay for their own missions, so they not only give up their time, they give up their resources, and many individuals plan from a very young age to do that. But it's also still heavily supplemented and subsidized from the church, so much funds go to that.
The auditors that the church uses are independent, fully professional, fully qualified, and registered within their own country to do the job that the church is asking them to do. The church lays down how the money is spent, and that's decided by the First Presidency or the Quorum of 12 Apostles, and then the auditors make sure that that money is spent in accordance with the doctrines and the principles of the gospel of Jesus Christ.
Fast and fast offerings is an opportunity for members of the church to be able to go without food for a period of time, either 24 hours, some people use it as, or for 2 main meals. In doing so, they're able to try and become closer to the Heavenly Father through abstinence of food. But more importantly, what they then do is they contribute the money that they would normally use for food in that period of time to a fast offering.
The money is then used to help those in need, and the money in this country stays in this country to help our people.